Welcome to Down South Football Podcast, man. We're coming to y'all once again for the second time today. Second live of the day. Talking to you about, as you see from the title, Coach Deion Sanders, his move, the huge transfer portal impact that's going on, and all those things of that nature. We started off this morning with revealing the playoff bracket, which we already know. We already know what that for is now. We can move on. Now we can talk about more from what we did yesterday. Being at the SWAC championship game, man, was a really good experience for everybody. But part of what we're here for is to talk about the Coach Deion Sanders move. Before we do that, I need for all y'all that's not, if you can be on YouTube, we appreciate y'all, man. Giving the thumbs up, doing the super chats, doing all that kind of good stuff. Get that stuff on out the way. Check the merchandise store for that. And those of y'all that are asking about the shot glasses, they'll be back in soon. Sorry we sold out, but we already have an order in. David, Tuck, and Ben, what's going on with y'all, man?
Well, cooling on this Sunday, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to recover. So, you know.
Hey, man, ain't that going on, man? I'm up, man. High energy. What time is it?
High energy. What's the Giants going to tie the Commanders today?
Hey.
We're not talking about that.
Y'all tired?
Hold on. You must have had a nap.
Well,
exactly.
No, actually, I did, man. I felt like the show needed some energy today because we've been up all night and we got up early today. I was going to be the conduit for change.
Conduit.
Yeah,
I feel you.
On a Sunday.
Well,
that was a Coach Prime reference, by the way.
I'm glad to see you still using those.
I know. I'm proud of him because when I sent the link out, he was like, "I'm not watching that."
I did watch it. I did watch. I made sure today not to watch any videos anybody did. I didn't want my thought process to be skewered nor moved. So this is gonna be a great show, guys. I mean, I'm excited, man. I'm pumped up. I don't know about y'all.
Let's talk to the guy, boys.
You got time today, Dave?
What's good, fella? Oh, Big D, what's up, brother?
You saw the post.
Holler at me, man. Big D, tell them. My boy, tell them. Make sure y'all like the video when y'all come in. That's right. And so y'all see the channel right there. So Fresh Car Care. Hit him up for all your car needs, man. Go right there and smash the channel on his channel also, bro. Appreciate that, dog. Hey, David's favorite. Well, David is his favorite. Quintel, that's he thought, what's up, fellas? What's going on? He actually texted me like, what time y'all coming now? What time y'all coming? I want to hear it. All right, so we up in here.
Quintel the man. Hey, Quintel, we're gonna get those smash burgers for you too, brother. We're gonna go and get us we're gonna eat as many as we can. Now we're gonna go in on the ground, whatever we eat, ground chuck, whatever it is, man. We're going in. And we're gonna
First of all, it's ground chuck 80-20. Have to be 80-20.
We're gonna make sure he go to work, Quintel. We putting his butt to work.
I'm gonna get y'all that cold roller steel until y'all go on about y'all business.
I can have it out of that.
I feel y'all, man. I feel y'all. Look, but let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Let's do a little build up to where we was from yesterday. We can talk some truth now since we can know we don't have to no longer say speculating or anything like that.
Right.
We can kind of be real with everything. But yesterday, man, we was going to the SWAC championship anyway, but it really made it imperative because we knew it was going to be Deion's last game. Right. So, got a lot of good footage, got a lot of good time just to be there for the atmosphere and talked about everybody. But let's talk about the move itself, fellas. What are y'all I'm just going to take this very, very gently. What are y'all first impressions of the move? And then y'all go ahead and just tell me whoever wants to go, y'all can go ahead and go.
I guess I'll start off. I think the move was, I'm not going to say unexpected because I feel as though when I remember we had a discussion one time or one night on a Down South After Dark, when a booster gave them, gave the football program some money, and I asked the question, and then the football program, whether the school came back and took all that money, And I remember asking y'all, "Hey, do y'all think Deion gonna keep letting this keep happening to him?
Happening, right?
And he ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna go nowhere. You think he'll just stick around?" And I was right then. I was like, "Man, he's not gonna keep doing this. Y'all not gonna keep taking money from me that I'm putting in, and I'm putting in on my own money." So he was like, my mind right then was like, "Okay, I think he's gonna probably dip at the first good sign of something strong. Like it has to be like a Power 5." The only thing I said that I didn't like everything was the optics behind everything. Um, I think it was a bad move for him not to show up at the press conference, uh, due to the fact that you didn't show up to the press conference, but you then videotaped
Basically your own press conference.
your YouTube channel.
Right.
What he does for every, and if y'all don't know, sorry, don't let me just add this. If you don't know, and I mean that lets me know how some of y'all people ain't been following this. He records every single thing. He has his own media team that is with him 24/7.
Well, it's called What Off?
Well Off Media.
Well Off Media. They do a fantastic job, by the way. Y'all need to subscribe and check them out too. But I saw it happening. Right. Well, the tea leaves started to fall, but like I said, I think the optics was pretty bad on everything. Yeah, he should have showed up. He been denying Colorado questions the whole week, right? So what's another 10, 15 minutes of denying and then having a special team meeting? To me, he got out of it of just not wanting to say any bad things. And then these kids, these student athletes have won a SWAC championship, and you can't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to celebrate it. You don't want to celebrate it due to the fact that you don't want to answer some questions about Colorado, in which Colorado did announce you being the head coach during the fourth quarter also. So that was, I think Colorado pulled the trigger a little bit too fast. Everybody knew the Colorado plane was already down there. And I just feel that's the only part, the optics and how the build up. I think that was messed up. I mean, Prime don't care, but it is what it is. But that's my 2 cents. That's the only how I feel about the initial stuff that happened.
And I'm with you, Tuck. Like you said, ultimately, I think, whether we want to agree or not, I think we all kind of figured at some point he was probably going to leave, but it's a way that you leave a situation, and the way that it was handled, especially yesterday, maybe it hits a little harder with us because we were there, we was on the ground, and when you have people, you have media, and the SWAC they really gave him everything that they wanted. Even when you look at the SWAC media day, we know how it is. A lot of the coaches, they sit down with their players and you can free flow and you can speak to them. It wasn't like that with Prime. You had certain things you had to do in order to speak with them. Well, you probably didn't speak with them, but again, the SWAC catered to him, and they let him do the things that he did. They had his back as much as they could, and even with this, with all the rumors and everything that was swirling around, to me, you took that moment from those kids being down there on that field on the ground with them. A lot of those guys were excited. They were extremely happy. They running around trying to get hats, trying to get shirts, and they're excited, about winning the SWAC championship. That's something that, because some of those guys are not going to make it to the NFL like with any college team. Everybody doesn't go pro, and they're excited, something they can be able to tell about. And that moment, you kind of strip that moment from them because it's like, hey, now this is going on. And then on top of all of that, you think about the media. You think about us. You got us in this small room waiting on you. We in this hallway waiting on you. And then 10, 20, 30 minutes go by, nothing. Then all of a sudden it comes out, hey, he's not going to speak to everybody. He had an emergency team meeting. It's like, the people that's been showing you love and really been promoting you and propping you up and all these media outlets, these SWAC media outlets have been here for you to basically just to do that when you could have easily walked in the room, said, hey, I know there was a lot of speculation about what's going on. I'm not going to address those questions right now. We're going to talk about the kids. We're going to talk about the Celebration Bowl, yada, yada, yada. You could have done that, but to just not show up, that was kind of, to me, that was kind of tacky. I mean, and I know that's a simple word to use, but that was kind of tacky to the people that really have had your back over these last almost 3 seasons. So I had no knock on him. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. It was a good opportunity for you and your family. Do your thing, but there's a way that you leave a situation, and I didn't think that the way he left that situation last night was the best way to leave it. But that's just my 2 cents.
Makes sense. Renard, would you like to go? Because I'm gonna go on in.
I'm gonna go and let y'all go first. Go ahead, Dave.
You positive might not be enough for you to say.
Oh, trust me.
Okay. I don't think it will be. It may not be, but anyway. As y'all can see, I have a whole notebook here of different things and different ways that I could go with this.
Right.
But I've been on social media today and all day, I see some people say, hey, you leave for a job for $5 more an hour or $2 more an hour. Or you do this or we do that, do this. See, here's the thing. I don't think it's about, does money play a part? That's not my issue. I don't have an issue for him taking the contract, whatever it is. I don't even know whatever it is. I have no idea what that. Here's my only issue that I have. The fact that he came into this and made a social stance. The fact that he came into this and he talked about all these social, if he were kept about football, I know one day we would be here, but I don't think the feelings would be where they are had he just kept it about football. And I say that, and I got proof and I pulled receipts from his first meeting he had with Jackson State. The first thing he said he believed that Power 5 kids can now choose Jackson State. It's number one. He said, in other words, they don't have to go to Power 5. They can choose Jackson State. All right. Mm-hmm. Second, he said there are 99 players that have been drafted into the NFL, but under his watch, we're going to have 100, or they're going to be 100. What he meant like that? He mean like he's going to have 100 players drafted under his watch, or he was going to have the 100 players drafted. Not sure about the numbers, and that's it to be seen. Of course, this is a Jackson State thing, I believe, but he sold that. You know what I'm saying? Right. He sold that and poured that into him. He said that he was there. He was not going to be there just for his players. He's also going to be there for other coaches. So I'm painting this picture that is bigger than just. He's making it bigger than just X's and O's, bigger than football. Kids get exposure. Now, kids did get more exposure. I'll give him that. And he said that his relationship with Jackson State was a marriage made in heaven. Now, these are his words, not mine. I also went on to I Am Athlete, and I'm going to wrap this up real quick.
Take your time.
He said that his domination of where he was going to prepare him for where he's going. Okay. The question was asked to him, did he have any Power 5 options before Jackson State? He said, I had options. Channing Crowder said, did you have Power 5 options? He doubled down, said he had options. Brandon asked him, said, well, what was it all about? He said, number one, it's not about money. It's Deion Sanders said, it was not about money. He said, I'm good. It wasn't about prestige, and it wasn't about, he said, it was about timing. He said, calling, because the world, is his word, the world was saying we have problems in our country. Okay. Mm-hmm. Brandon asked the question. He said, skip 5 years down the road. A Power 5 comes calling. He said, you're going to have to make a decision. Prime said, and I'm going to make that decision. That's what Prime. He said, what are you trying to accomplish before transitioning? He said he wants the whole HBCU to be on national TV. He wants the enrollment up. He wants kids going to the NFL, and he wants more endorsements. Well, some of that in which he did. But here's the thing, man, when you start tugging on the feelings of a disenfranchised social group, this is what you get. Okay. If you keep, like in his words, he said, keep the main thing. Well, the main thing was football. You are a football coach. You can't come, because when you know in your heart when you know that Power 5 is where you want to be, don't come in here giving us all this BS. You know what I'm saying? You already know. It's just like a minister standing up on Sunday morning, feeding you. And then I'm not saying he don't make mistakes, but then he turn around and do the same thing. Last thing, I'm wrapping up. For me, I'm done with Deion. I've turned the page. It's over with. What I want to focus on now, and I want to ask all these people that's on live, and a lot of y'all are probably HBCU guys or female or girl, ladies. Where do we go from here? One thing he did do, he gave us a blueprint. He showed us that we have worth. Not that we didn't know we had worth before, but he showed us, he highlighted these BS deals that we've been taking.
Mm-hmm.
He did do that. And that he did do that. But now what we got to do, man, we got to stop waiting for a celebrity, waiting for all these other folks to come into this and change it. We got to change it our damn self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't wait on Master P or whoever the hell is going to send his son in, turn around and take him away for whatever reason. Maybe legit reason. I don't know. I don't get into that. But we have to start with us,
right?
Not with other folks that's already got money. So what we got to do, we got to support our darn athletics. In the state of Alabama, we don't give a damn about HBCU sports. I'm just going to be 100 about it. We care more about the damn band, and I'm a band guy. I marched in for 4-5 years. We care more about the band than the damn football team because we're so enamored with Alabama and fucking Auburn. Now the folks in Mississippi and the folks in Southern, hats off to y'all. Y'all love Southern folks gonna love LSU, but I guarantee you this: if they had a choice between going to LSU game and a damn Grambling or Southern game, they gonna get LSU. Yeah, we'll rather hang out and go to the tailgate, throw damn Iron Bowl parties, and argue about Bama being number 5 with 2 losses. But you got 2 schools here that need you, that accept you, and you don't accept them. So, man, I'm done with it. We got to do better, man. We can't wait on nobody else to make the change. We got to make it ourselves. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave, I feel you on that, man. I guess it's my turn to talk now. It's been on the move itself. I consider myself someone who does not try to look at things from just one perspective. I try to look at it all. Well, David tells, like he said, he didn't engulf a lot of videos and a lot of stuff. I engulf everything. Try to see where someone's coming from, trying to see how it is, trying to see how that goes. The biggest problem is not the person, not the people who been supporting, not the people we're talking about. What we're talking about is that he did what he was supposed to do. Everybody was enamored with Jackson State. Some people got some stuff with SWAC. Some people got some stuff with the HBCUs to where they was pushing from. That part of it was accomplished. The part that wasn't accomplished to where we are right now, when it comes to the whole situation, is the optics. The optics of how it happened. And a lot of people are really, really on a lot of platforms. I've seen a lot of stuff, man. And this is going to sound arrogant and wrong, but I'm just going to say it. You can't talk to me about Deion when you ain't been covering him every day for 3 years.
That's it.
Right.
You can't tell me you started watching when game day got there for homecoming. You can't tell me that you did all these other things, but then it's just like we do everything else. Nobody wants to do details. Like, it's just like if I know David fixed a car, but I'm running around Googling on the internet what the headlines of how to fix a car is, and I'm not asking him or talking to him about it, how do we expect anything to change? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Every single last one of you. We knew that the move was going on. Like he said, it's more of the cultural aspect and everything that came inside of it that made it a bigger issue. Because I've seen people laughing today. I told you he was a fraud. I told you nobody in the HBCU world said he's going to be like Coach Pugh at South Carolina State and be there 20, 30 years.
Right.
And it's that part of it that a lot of people are having a problem with. And I get it. But he did a lot. He brought a lot of attention. But it was a lot of people. We got to understand, like David said, we got to stand strong as the community, as the HBCU community, that if you're going to support them, don't just sit up here and waste your breath so much for having a Deion. This is just business, guys. This is what we do. This is what we're talking about. This is what football is really about. In the end, it's about business. Okay, how many times you heard coaches stand up there and say, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going here, or in Tommy Tuberville word, take me away in a pine box.
And then they gone.
Ask the Dolphins. It hurts more because it's in the HBCU community and the culture is not is hurting by it. But the culture is not dead. Like what we heard yesterday, fellas. They were like, how y'all feel about Deion? We moving on. Thank you for bringing that so far. Appreciate everything you do, but it's still Jackson State, baby. We gonna be here first game next year. This is the type of stuff that we were heaving.
Like you said, HBCU go. It ain't going nowhere.
It's not going.
The games on ESPN, the contracts that's been already made, they're not going anywhere. But they're gonna still need everybody's support, as Dave is saying. Like the groundwork has been laid. We have to continue to support the product. That is the most important thing. It's like if you take anything away from what Deion has done, all right, cool. It's more light on it. Continue to support the product. And then maybe you will start getting more coverage on HBCU basketball and so forth and so forth. But you got to continue to support the product, even though he is gone or he's gone.
And I'm just going to be real. A lot of people came into this game late. A lot of y'all only supported HBCUs when it came to the classics.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of things you wasn't used to. And it's like on the left hand, I'm like, he did exactly what he's supposed to do, because I've had more HBCU conversations and more enlightenment with people than I ever had before in my life. On the other hand, is it messed up how he left and how things gone? I get it. But it's taking me all day to get to this point to figure out, like, people you got to move on. We got to move on. And I think about people like Dr. Cavill. I think about Commissioner McClellan. I think about people like Hugh Jackson. Think about all the great people that Coach Eric Dooley, all the great people that we met, Coach Terry Sims, who's not there anymore. All these people and how they are all connected to a lot of your favorite athletes and some of your favorite coaches, that they know them. Don't let this one incident take what you have been building and then tear it down. You stronger than that. You build it. You bigger than that. That does not mean that you have to do things a certain way. Man, the brand of the HBCU football is going to continue to go if y'all continue to support.
Mm-hmm.
People showed up because they saw, like, man, this is real. This is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So we have to continue to do those type of things, man. I know to a lot of Jackson State people I've talked to, a lot of HBCU alums I've talked to, even some people in the industry that I made sure that I made a conversation with. It's like Renard, if this was somebody else, you would know. You would already know how it would go. You know, this is a business. We know how it happened. He said, but how are the people, especially us, how are we going to respond to it and move forward? That's the biggest thing about it. How are we going to respond? Like Dave said, how are we going to respond and move forward? Or is it like now it's like, oh man, Deion gone. Y'all can turn off the HBCU channels. Y'all can turn up all that other stuff. Like how are we going to do that? Everybody on here that's alumni, that's HBCU alumni. When the last time you made a donation to your school?
Right.
When the last time you tried to help uplift the level? Well, that's some of the stuff that Brian was talking about. Uplift the level of where we at, and that you can do anything that we want to do when we get ready to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The optics of it is not good, fellas. It's not. But let me know what coach leaving has good optics.
Right.
Go
ahead, Dave.
No, I was just gonna say the timing. You know, we talked about this. I don't know if we can ever pull the show, and I can't remember exactly what it was. I made a statement that it was important for him not to leave too early, but he couldn't stay too long.
Yeah.
True.
But however, I felt like he had backed himself into a corner because of the social stance.
He
So
did.
however he came out of it, it wasn't gonna be clean.
It
Right.
wasn't going to be, and when he came, that's when around with George Floyd and COVID year and all that stuff. I think he came during that 2019. He came during all that when that stuff was starting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was a what we call a civil summer. You find out like, hey, when all that stuff happened, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, see, this is why America don't care about us. This is why we're trying to be pro-black in everything that we do. So if we're gonna be pro-black and everything, let's talk about the HBCUs. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So when that came about, this social stance, everybody was out there. But the thing about with Deion is nobody forgot Deion was out there. That Deion was out there in the forefront, and then it helped. It didn't help or hurt when Travis Hunter, the number one player in the country,
I was about to
decides
bring that. I was about to bring that up. Go ahead.
decides to come to your school. So you got another polar
Polarizing figure.
another public figure that's coming to you, and now you're like, oh, wow, this is really going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We're really starting. And then you get in coaches like Hugh Jackson starting to get in. You get in coaches like
Eddie
George
George.
and people that would not even think about coaching. Eddie George had not one bone about coaching until Deion jumped into it. You know what I'm saying? So we just need to keep it going. And hopefully Deion does not forget where he comes from. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that, hey, where you got your start at in coaching. And you went to Talladega to get your bachelor's. You went to Jackson so you can make sure you can be a coach. And then you started at Jackson. Don't forget.
And I like how in his talk where he said that he endorsed, the guy that was currently there. Like, and he's just like, hey, I know it's not up to me completely, but I would like my successor to be such and such. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that kind of lets you know that maybe he may still might be behind the shadows, still somewhat involved in what Jackson decides to do. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's something that's behind the scenes that we may never know. Maybe there might be a side conversation like, hey, look, when he spoke to the higher ups at Jackson, he might have told them that he was leaving, but he might have said, hey, I'll still continue to do some things behind the scenes that I'm not going to make public, but I'm still going to continue to do those things. Even in the HBCU realm as a whole, it may be some things that he's talked to the commissioner and said, hey, I'm leaving, but I will still make sure that certain things are going to go this way. Maybe like you said, maybe we've already seen where Alabama State played UCLA last year. So maybe since he's in the Pac-12 now, he may speak with those teams and say, hey, let's go ahead and play HBCUs and pay them XYZ because this is what we need. So it could be some conversations and things going on behind the scenes that we will never know, but then that he may be moving some parts to continue to give back.
Well, I somewhat agree, but then too, this is the same man that said he was against money games. So
sure.
Now, just like what Charlie said in the comments, this is a part of the backlash that he's going to receive. Unfortunately, whether it's garnish or not, some people feel like he's sold about, and that's what happens when you talk to our people and you get up here making promises, and you go to quoting the Bible and you get everybody behind you. I'm listening. I've heard Coach Prime speak at the Man 360 Man Conference. Hell of a speaker. I mean, he'll make you want to run through a wall.
Yeah.
But when that rug comes, when he pull it from under you, now you got to be ready because it's coming. So,
like I said, nothing has changed about Prime. Prime has not changed from day one. That way we known about Prime. This is why, and that's why how I look at it from my perspective. And my wife is an HBCU grad, and she has a totally different perspective on everything. So the HBCU grads on this program right now, y'all have different perspectives, but it's Prime. he told you he's supposed to do that, and that's what every coach does. They sell their product. That's what they're
Correct.
supposed to do.
They're supposed to.
Supposed to do that. And with Chuck saying that JSU needs to clean house with everything with Prime, that's totally disingenuous. That makes
Don't do that.
sense. You can't. You mean it, so? That's like saying you're gonna wipe everything out just because Rick, like Comedy left Tuskegee, right? Comedy left Tuskegee and went to Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody he doesn't know, but Tuskegee's not going to wipe everything that Comedy did.
Right.
Coach Ruffin left Miles, so that means Coach Ruffin needs to wipe everything that he did at Miles.
Right.
The only difference is that he did not sell that social aspect, and that's what hurt.
Right. And the timing of it, and the timing of it.
And I also like what he said about a couple of things. I also like what he said about the players. Like he said, he's gonna sit down with them and be real with them. Like, hey, I know a lot of you guys are gonna want to jump in the portal because that's just the thing to do. And he's just like, hey, we all know that portal can be a purgatory.
I got mixed feelings about that.
You do? I
do too. Now that part I do too. And
I don't know because we see it a lot though. We see it a lot where a lot of these kids jump in the portal because of their feelings, and then they end up stuck in that portal.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, if somebody had kept it real with them, and just been frank with them,
Well, true, but now think about it. Now let's be 100 about it.
Okay.
Now you brought me to Jackson State because you told me you wanted dogs. You said you wanted to be what he said, fast or disciplined, something for how what it was.
Yeah.
The characteristics of the player that you said you wanted. You brought me here. You being who you are, you said that you played 14 years in the NFL, so you know what you're looking at. So if you feel like I could play here and I started for you, that feel like I maybe could play somewhere else. But now I'm gonna bag off that point. One video I did have to watch before we started the show was him talking to Colorado. And he talked about in Colorado, he told them, the media, here go your quarterback over here. So he's already told him, he told the players. He told the players that, hey, I got some dogs coming with me. This is what he said.
Yeah.
This is what he said. This is the same transfer portal now. This is a transfer portal now. I got dogs. How does that make now? Of course, Colorado was 1-11. Now they freaking terrible.
1-11.
They're terrible. Don't get me wrong. But
worst team in the Pac-12.
In Pac-12. But you tell these kids don't get in the transport portal, but damn it, Prime, that's why I came. I came because of you. And now this is not just true about Prime. That's because Prime is the topic right now. You have
right now, but that's true about a lot of coaches. This happens all the time, right? With a lot of coaches.
In the same aspect, though, Dave. Let's be like 100% truthful. If we're gonna do this, how many of those kids that came were like true dogs? You know what I'm saying? Or how many of these people are just like fillers? Okay, we know Miller. He's a dog. We know that DN. He's a dog. Then you got Shiloh, and you got Shador, and you got a walk on. He had a walk-on running back that turned out to be a dog. Who else?
Man, listen. Hey, listen. I want to be honest, man. I am. If that's my son, see, I had to put myself in there. Right. If that's my son at Jackson State, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. If he's not so lucky to be one of those players to be tapped to come to Colorado, I'm probably holding suit. I'm probably gonna stick it out because here's the thing. Unlike some other HBCU grads that may be of rival schools, man, I enjoy Jackson State. I think Jackson State is a great university.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you know how the doggone have a game because me and Tuck was over by Chili's. We smelled nothing but 1738. That was me and Ben.
1738.
First of all, you know how to have a doggone game. Okay, you know how to do that.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, it's a great institution. And it's bigger than football.
Right.
When you go to a school like this, like Jackson State and Southern, those are the two of the biggest blue bloods in the SWAC. So you're going to ingratiate, and that's why Deion's other son is having an issue with this.
He came from South Carolina.
Yeah, and Shiloh is having an issue. They named Shiloh a J6. If y'all know,
that what Tracy told me. He made it a J6.
Got a Mason everything. So the for people that are not don't know much about HBCU, it's bigger than just a sport. It's the community, it's the social, it's everything that ingratiates you. And that's why it's such a wonderful place to be, man. But that's
and then someone said, I think I saw someone said Shiloh can't go. Shiloh can go
if he graduated.
The thing is with FBS, so he was at South Carolina first, and then he went down since Jackson State. It's a FCS. You can come down, but you can't go up. So if he goes down to FCS, he can transfer back up to FBS. So if he wants to. But Dave, he didn't play. He didn't play. It was another 21 that I saw running.
I told you, I would have noticed him. I was looking.
It was another 21 that I saw. He was a running back. He didn't play because Shiloh was he broke curfew. So yeah, but I mean, like I said, we just we're nickel and diming a little bit. I was just going through the comments and some of the stuff. Someone said blame JSU president for losing Coach Prime.
Let me say this.
Okay.
I've seen a lot today about, and I don't know exactly how true it is. I'm not going to be the person that's going to say, "Oh, I know this for sure." Not on this part. Yeah. About how much like the city of Jackson could have actually like invested back into him, asked him what he needed to stay, locked him up for an extension, see what we could have done. I'm not here to place blame right now. This is not a blame scenario. It's people want to know exactly like what happened, what's going on, what they need to do, whatever. And in his words, you got to keep the main thing, like Dave just said, the main thing. There's a lot of narratives, a lot of things that's going on, but I don't think it's to the point where we are, where it's like, oh, if you'd have done this, he would have definitely stayed.
Right.
I don't think that's what you're looking at. And it's like at some point we have to understand. Let's talk about this football coach for a minute. Let's just bring the football coach into this, okay? What football coach at FBS will have 2 back-to-back undefeated seasons, no talk of an extension, no talk of doing anything, and all this other stuff? We have this community got to the point where we were mixing things. There was a lot of times we weren't keeping the main thing. And so when it was time for him to do certain stuff, and y'all know how Prime move, man. Mm-hmm. Prime gonna do things that he's gonna give his all while he's there. He's gonna give his all. He's gonna be down for it. But I think the mistake that was made, a lot of people feel like he wasn't gonna leave, or he was gonna fulfill these promises and do that. But we deal with this in all football coaching culture. And the things, like I said before, that was always my issue and still is my issue. Not that I'm like mad or anything like that, just simply expressing myself, because this is a platform where you can express yourself, is how everything went down. And for the ones that he brought in to this HBCU culture within the past year, how does it look now? Those same people that are saying, I told you he was a sellout. I told you he wasn't going to do nothing. How do kids feel like Travis Hunter? How do all these people feel right now? That should be the biggest concern. And I feel like for once, and I'm not cutting him in it, it's not like I'm trying to slice him up, but at least he did sit down and have a conversation with him. How many coaches in the Power 5 we covered that didn't even have the balls to even face their team?
Right, they just left. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I mean, we can say how we feel as media that he didn't come talk to us, but ultimately, he went and talked to the people that he deemed, you know what I'm saying, more important, which was his kids. And like you said, there's a lot of coaches, they just dip. They talk all that. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave. And then when they leave, the kids find out coach already gone. You know what I'm saying? When the kids find out, and a lot of people want to bring up, and the Travis Hunter situation. Let's be real. Travis Hunter was the number 1 recruit in the nation. Travis Hunter will still be viewed as the number 1 recruit in the nation. So if he chooses to go to Colorado, he can go to Colorado. if he chooses to go, he's going to be able to go wherever the hell he wants to go. I'm sure his phone is blowing up right now the same way it did last signing day. So don't make it seem like Travis made such a bad decision or whatever the case may be. That kid is going to be able to go wherever he wants to go. Whether he wants to double back to Georgia, Kirby, trust me, Kirby, just like Kirby sat down there and helicoptered into his games when he was in high school, Kirby would take him at Georgia right now. So he's going to be able to do it. He's going to be able to go wherever he wants to go if he decides not to go to Colorado with him. So it's not like he wasted a year.
Let's please understand this. Let's just please understand. There's so many dynamics to this. When we talking about it, we talking about football too. Okay, when we talking about everything we're going on with Coach Prime, we're talking about football. So make sure that you are talking about the football part and then the social part of it in a different aspect, because a lot of stuff that people are confusing in different communities has to do with football and Prime. Well, Prime did this, Prime did that. But you can't do that when you don't call out your favorite Power 5 school
for doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing. That's not that you cannot do that, man. Y'all cannot do that. That's really bad. That's really bad. You can't sit up there and say, "Oh, he did this, he did that, he did that," but yet and still you cheer for a school where they just done stole this coach, or they done did this, or this person done left in the middle of the night and did all this type of stuff. Man, we got to be for real about what we talking about right now.
Yeah, and we got to be honest with each other. We got to not, and I keep saying this phrase, prisoners of the moment. People keep trying to put, all right, people keep trying to put Cadillac in these positions. And I'd be like, guys, stop. Look, if Cadillac wants to be a coach at Jackson State, he would have been there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Dale McGee needs to go to Jackson State. And then we'll be in the same situation in another 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes more money as an assistant coach and running back coach at the University of Georgia than he would be as a head coach down at head coach down at Jackson State. That's just what it is.
I'm a perfect. Well, I'm not so perfect now. I should say that I'm a believer that everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Okay. I believe there's a reason why Coach Prime came to JSU. Mm-hmm. I believe there's a reason why we're sitting here having this conversation. And I think that years from now, we'll be able to, this will come full circle. The fact that you have this spotlight on HBCUs, on Jackson State, and things of that nature, man, is great. And the fact that we're having Power 5 problems. See, this right, what we're talking about happens all the time. This is what Renault speaks to. This happens all the time. But what we got to do, though, I think that we may have made a little slip up. So what y'all think about this? So just like take my school, Alabama A&M, they brought in all these transfer guys to try to keep up with Coach Prime and what he was doing. Now he's gone. Now what I've noticed is that a lot of our core guys that was there when we built our program, they are easing out. So now what's the shift? Do you keep on going transfer portal to bring guys in, or do you start back building up and recruited and start to develop players more? So what do y'all think from that aspect? What do you think it's going to look like down the line?
Well, from that point, I think I said to myself, probably when 2020 happened and everything kind of got pushed back a little bit, I said roughly around 2024, 2025, you'll see those kids that got that extra year of eligibility be able to phase out. You know, you won't be able to get that extra year eligibility. Then you'll probably be strong enough to go back into high schools and there'll be more centric focus on high school recruiting and not more. Then you'll have high school recruiting, transfer portal, and all that good stuff. You'll be able to tackle each of it. But to me, it depends on it depends on your needs. It's almost getting like the NFL. It depends on your needs. If you need an offensive tackle, hey, go at transfer portal, go get you one. Right. If you want to get your coaches in to coach in development, if you have time to develop a player, then you get up high school. And that's why I think with some of these COVID kids that came in, they're about to phase out, you will be able to have a mixture of both. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if you had a running back who tore their ACL or something, you can go to the transfer portal the next year, go ahead and get you a season back and bring you another back in, and you will have that, that balance of being able to do both. So I think eventually you got to go back to high school.
I took 10 seconds and scrolled up through the comments. Shout out to a lot of y'all for commenting.
Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for the support.
There was a lot of comments about a lot of different things. My issue with a lot of the comments is why the hate? Let me tell y'all something. And I didn't even want to go there with this. I've been a Power 5 guy most of my life. I know that culture in and out. I know what really goes on in Power 5. I saw my guy, the blue blood, Zach. Zach is in here. What's up, man? People that's in the know, they know. And I know a lot of people are just getting into this. But this dogging JSU and dogging the HBCU culture, if that's what you was about, I feel so sorry for you. If you think your other school is perfect, then you have a long, long awakening to go. Because I tell you this, and I'm just being real when I talk about it, you have to understand this is just not a Jackson State problem. This is just not a HBCU problem. Some of this stuff y'all talking about, a lot of people are just being exposed to. We've been in this. You talking about almost 30 years in this, of knowing a lot of things that don't go public. And after a while, my famous saying, you love your sausage. You love to sit there and eat it, but you don't want to know how the sausage is made. And what happened was Deion let a lot of people know how the sausage was being made, and a lot of people didn't like it. Mm-hmm. So, that's just where we are. Right. That's just where we are. There is nobody. I'm not going to sit up here and people like, oh, are you asking me, are you disappointed? No. It's not disappointment. It's just the way that this conversation has happened and where we're going with it. So my thing is now, okay, shout out to Coach Prime for everything that he's done. Talking strictly about this subject right here. Where do we go from here to move forward when we're talking about this community? This is my point. Like, I know people going to have something to say because people have had something to say from day one, regardless of it. Because we cover this podcast here, which the word I don't like to use. This show here, right. We cover all forms of college football. All forms. So we just simply asking, I see y'all, a lot of y'all feel very, very strong. Right. Very, very strong about what's going on or where we at right now. But we're just looking at like the man deserves to be celebrated for what he did also. We're going to give all the hate. We got to give him all the stuff too. Say, hey, he did this also. He did this. This is exactly what happened. This is where we are. This is how we got to do stuff to move forward to where we move in this particular community.
And I think right now, Renard, honestly, I think we got a lot of, I think, and somebody made that comment, and I think it was great, confusing. Sometimes we confuse hurt with hate.
Yeah.
With disappointment.
And disappointment too. Because this is a cut that was coming, but it's almost like you never, it's never a good time for somebody to go. There's right. Things to happen. It's never a good time. So I think now we've got cut. The wound is exposed, and we're saying a lot of stuff out of just pure emotions. And I think now what you mentioned, where do we go from here? How do you pick up these pieces? Because it's not all lost. My big thing is, man, we got to continue to support.
That's it. That's the number one thing.
You support through our outlets that we have. You support through monetarily. You support by getting your butt up on Saturday and quit sitting down watching whoever you're going to watch. And if they got a home game and they're close to you, take your butt to the stadium and buy your ticket. You know, you got phone, you got TV right here. Ain't no excuse no more. If you want to see whoever play, you want to see Ole Miss play, damn it, you got a phone right here. It might not work in the stadium. Now I'm not going that far. It may not work. That I might, you know, might be.
You gotta pick your battles.
But then you said something. You was like, not just go to the stadium and eat and party. Buy a damn ticket.
Exactly.
Buy the damn ticket. Even if you go in and look at the game, buy the damn ticket. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go and just not support. Buy a damn ticket. You know.
No, and you know what? Nobody is telling you that you can't support more than one thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
You give. I'm sure every year, a lot of people give to different charities and give to different causes. So one cause, you don't have to say, I'm just going to support this one cause and then that's it. Right. You know, that's just where we are. And I think it's a good subject to talk about, but I'm all about, like I said before on social media, I'm all about emotional intelligence. And that has to do with those other statements. Sometimes you got to take a step back and figure out, man, this was a ride. This was a ride. You got to thank him for it. And then you got to, we can talk about what we feel like is not right or not wrong. But at this point, man, my thing is like, let's continue to move forward. If you want to do that. And that's just where we are right now.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, shout out to DC for the $2 donation for the super chat. He said JSU did a poor raising money. He said did a poor job of raising money from the alumni. That's all I'm going to say. Well, I mean, the president did come out like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I remember in the interview he said because AD is I can't remember her name, but the president said that the alumni, out of 100% of the alumni, only 13% of the alumni gave back money.
Yeah, that's probably true at
all of them.
Yeah. Hey man, while y'all are here too, go ahead and hit that like button too. While y'all doing that.
Yeah, I see a lot of people have a lot of problem with what I got to say. I'm sorry. You don't have to agree. That's part of the debate. That's part of having the opinion. It's like, this is what it is. Like, Martin, you asked about my word emotional intelligence. Trust me, it's a thing for me. Because I know that my intelligence goes out the window sometimes when I'm really emotional. So it's a thing for Renard. I didn't say it's a thing for everybody, but I've made a lot of decisions in my life based off the fact of being emotional and not using the
intelligence is just 2 words, actually, not 1 word.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying that's just me. I did something that I do a lot. That I've done a lot in my life, made a lot of mistakes because of that. So.
Okay.
It hurts, man. But we also got tomorrow. This is a college football, just great time right now, because tomorrow you got the transfer portal opening. A lot of the behind the scene deals are gonna come to fruition in Power 5 and FCS and HBCU ball, everywhere that you look. So. Y'all might see a lot of your favorite players, and probably who you, regardless of who you cheer for, you be like, "What? I can't believe this person transferring." Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
We got another super chat of $5 from Miss Illinois.
I think it's
Illinois. Yeah. Why do people keep ignoring Flynn Brown was found murdered on campus, who was a JSU prospect?
Is that the guy they just said that they gave that the JSU? Did they give a shout out to? Not a shout out, but they recognized that he had been murdered. Yeah, because I saw the community like send out a thing about the prayer, about they praying for a family and all that kind of stuff like that. Just wondering is that what it was? So
maybe, man, but our condolences do go out to the Brown family, to that whole community as well, man. That's a very, very, very unfortunate situation. I don't know what happened or how it happened or what went on, but that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's bad, man. That's anytime loss of life, man. That's just it just hurts. It just hurts, man. It really It really, really hurts. So the transfer portal is up and going, and you're gonna see a lot of people moving soon. But shout out to Colorado for their facilities. What I saw and everything on the introductory video. I seen someone say also in the chat about Travis Hunter posted the video. Can somebody inform us about it? Tell us what's going on, or what did he say? I have not seen it. Have not had a chance to see it.
Right.
Just let us know. Just let us know. Let me read this. Stop comparing HBCU resources to Power 5 schools. It's not an apple-to-apples comparison when considering enrollment and revenue. Of course, JSU can't offer what Power 5 schools on. The reason why there's a comparison is because that's what we're talking about. I mean, that's the reason why there's a comparison. We know the truth, the difference in between everything. I'm not saying they're on it. Nobody's saying they're on an equal level.
Right. In
any shape, form, of fashion, we compare the two because that's what we're talking about right now. That's all. We know. I mean, everybody know where we are with everything. So, but the HBCU have to continue to support themselves. And you're right about not comparing them in everything. Not in an apple scenario, but a lot of things that like Deion talked about, a lot of things that are brought to light was about a lot of resources that wasn't there. So I'm with you, Noble War Prize. That kind of messed me up there a little bit.
He ain't about the peace. He about the wall.
Hey, let's let him talk about it. He want that war, bro. I'm with him on that, man. I think somebody says Travis didn't say too much.
Man, we saw Travis walking off the
field
with his little lady, man.
Pads off.
Did he get a t-shirt? Did he even get a t-shirt?
I saw him with the hat.
He got a t-shirt. He got a t-shirt.
I know I saw him with the hat.
Crystal Vegan Smith said Travis Hunter didn't say too much, but you can sense he's going to Colorado. Okay.
Shout out to Will Martin with the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you,
Will. Great job, Will. We appreciate you, man, for always being a loyal follower of the show, man. We'll always come through, man.
And to bring all this back in, man, let's talk about the fact of being on. If you want to look at it from a different standpoint, you know how the players were talking to Coach Prime after the game. After they all met up and all that kind of stuff like that. So the JSU community, even talking to a lot of alumni after we left there, a lot of them are just like, we're just going to continue to do what we want.
What we've been doing. Right.
Yeah. Shout out to Jackson State, man. Y'all are
showed us a good time.
I absolutely love the fan base. I mean, absolutely love it. I wish we had a fan base like this in the state of Alabama. I mean, some of y'all like, but most of them.
I support Deion. It's our boy Noble War. I support Deion, but this conversation represents what's wrong with the black community. Okay. No. You have to listen. No, what you talking about, War? What's going on, man? Talk to me. Tell me what you mean.
Shout out to how you say that? I don't want to mess up your name, but
Daniel. Yeah.
That's a $5 super chat. Appreciate that.
So Deion will take everything good with him. JSU will have to replace Sanders, the staff, and players he taking with him. 2023 and 2024 are crap for JSU.
Wait a minute. I mean, now we don't know who the replacement is going to be, and we don't know who's going to be retained. We can't just jump off the deep end.
Yes, we can. We can jump off.
He did not jump off. He did not jump off the deep end. But for a team that's even if just Shedeur is gone, then you still talking about replacing a lot.
I want to say
pull up Noble's he responded to us, and I think that what he said is a lot of, man, I mean, it's kind of like right down
we never want to build our communities, we just like to integrate.
Yeah. We and I agree with you. Now, some folks on the show may not, and some folks come in may not. But I feel what he's saying.
I mean, I see his point. I see what he's. I see what he's going with it.
Actually, we don't. This is a whole other topic. But
hold that topic.
But what I'm saying, I know exactly what he's saying is that we really like other folks to do the heavy lifting. I mean, I'm just saying, Deion came in here, he did what he did, but now he left.
Mm-hmm.
We mad. Now he did sell us a dream. He did sell us a dream. But dream is not over. But I guess what I'm saying is that I feel what he's saying.
Right.
I don't really want to go into, because that conversation can go really deep into some whole
No, man, we're going to have another conversation
that's a
about
whole
that.
Other conversation, though.
That's a whole other yeah, that's a whole other
thing. Man, look, it's almost like, and I hate to compare it to this, but it's one thing I think of, like a lot of people, like unfortunately when people pass away, you just got that initial stuff that happens, but you have to pull the good out of it, man. It's not like the HBCU community is over. It's just that right now this is just a headline. Tomorrow, who knows? Who knows the headline gonna be? Yeah, he probably got a lot of players already going out there, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be a good thing. It can go a lot of ways. Shout out to our boy Gerald, man. We all support.
Missed you yesterday, Gerald, man. Missed you yesterday.
But how he integrates himself in the culture for student athletes is the issue. Yeah. So, but I see this is real. It's everybody has real strong feelings about it, man. I just hope we all at the end we can all come together and just make it better for each one of us. But I do want to continue to talk about the huge transfer portal. We talked about Deion, man. Like your favorite team, your favorite player or whatever. A lot of them are moving around, and tomorrow's gonna be a big day, as y'all can see. Of course, Clemson quarterback DJU. I don't even try to pronounce DJ last name all the time. I just call him DJU. That's my boy.
Out of there.
He out of there. A lot of other people gonna be out there today. Some of them moving down, some are gonna be moving up. So, man, yeah. And also Trey Sanders. Trey Sanders already done tweeted at Coach Prime and said, "What's up?" Trey Sanders, the 5-star running back from Alabama, man, from IMG Academy down in Florida, man. He already said, "Hey, Coach, you got a spot? What's up?" Tweeted out on Twitter, man. So it's gonna continue to get wild. So let's just see what we got. But man, but we really do appreciate all y'all with the comments, man. We know how strong of a subject this is for a lot of people. So a lot of people feel differently. So she said the city didn't tilt. Deion will recruit at HBCU. Should do need to level up. Safety was a huge problem, and Deion only carried the torch. HBCUs get it together.
That's a good way to wrap. Yeah.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Another super chat.
Got another $5 super chat.
Yesterday when you typed in Coach Prime in the search engine, you got JSU and HBCU. Today you get all CU. It happens fast, bro. You're right about that. That's what we talked about, man. Like I'm gonna say this again. You don't want to know how the sausage is made. You just want to eat your sausage in peace. You want to eat your sausage in peace, bro. That's it. Man, just give my sausage, man. I ain't trying to figure out how it was made. That's why when you get on that side, though, when you get on the other side, it's really hard to unhear or unsee a lot of stuff, man. That's just for real. Just some more comments. Want to read out some more comments because we appreciate all y'all, man. He helped us and hurt us as well. Think of what his name brought to the city. Players who are going with Deion are hanging around to fall back in the shadows. Okay, yeah. Noble boy, where does Deion go after Colorado?
Yeah. I mean, look.
Yeah, because we all know, as we knew with JSU, when it's only stop, Colorado will not be the last. If he builds it up.
For the state, go be. I don't know. Go man. They're gonna look at.
I don't know. It's been. It hadn't been good for the brothers out west.
It ain't been good.
It hasn't been good for the brothers out west.
First,
but where does he go after Colorado would be interesting if he can turn that into the program that it once was. Because I know a lot of people that's in the chat. Colorado once was a dope ass program, but they even fell off. You know what I'm saying? So if he can turn that, he can turn it around. And like I said, USC and UCLA are both leaving the Pac-12. So It's going to be room for someone to step up and and take over the Pac-12. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with it.
Everyone say Clemson after they fired Dabo. Everyone say going to Clemson after they fired Dabo. Hey, you never know what takes it. And shout out Andrew Dawson, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. How long do you think that Deion rebuild would take? With today's, you know what? With today's portal, we talked about this like the past few days. Like you look at USC, you look at LSU, two teams that were now basically in their conference championship games the past couple of years, and this past year, and it took a lot for them. It didn't take a lot for them to get there because of a lot of the moving around with transfer portal. Right. With a name like Deion has, with the attraction he has, like there's no telling who he can get there or what he can get there. So how long do you think we rebuild? I say conference championship game in 2 years.
Years,
3. Realistically, he has a chance to win anywhere between 6 to 9 games next year.
Yeah, they won one, so if he goes from 1 to 5,
if he doesn't win, somebody asks, well, what if he doesn't win? I mean, they're going to give him time.
Well, let me ask you this:
just won one game last year.
What does a rebuild really look like? Now,
like
Colorado. Right? No. What I'm saying, like, okay. We saying rebuild. When I heard the word rebuild, my mind automatically went to conference championship. But I think in 3 years he could possibly get to 7-win, 8-win season in 3 years. It's gonna take a lot because USC ain't going nowhere. Utah is
but they're not going to be in the same conference though. They leaving.
They're leaving.
They leaving.
They did.
Oh yeah, they are leaving.
Yeah, they leaving.
They
ain't got to worry about that. You're gonna be left with
That's
Oregon. You're gonna be left with Oregon, Washington, Arizona State.
Yeah.
Oregon State, Utah.
And put Deion up against
those coaches.
Yes.
Get out the comments.
No, I had to block something out of the comment.
Block them. Listen, but you know what though? You might be right though. You may be right. It may not take as long as
right now, if you had Dan Lanning, the coach of Washington, Kenny Dillingham, the coach of Utah, and Deion.
Who am I choosing? If I'm a Cali kid or I'm from the West Coast, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going?
I'm going USC. You said.
But once they gone, you know what I'm saying. But once they gone, where am I going?
Like Stank Mouth Crypto Charlie said, Deion won't be there 18 months.
Hey, Charlie been wild out all night.
Charlie been wild out the whole time.
Hey, Charlie, I'm gonna give him 36 months. I'm gonna give him double 36 months. With 36, man. But I hope he get a fair shake, though. Honestly, all the truth, all jokes aside, I hope he gets a fair shake because this is an uphill battle.
But Dave, to Tuck's point, you win one game. All right. He comes in, they win 3 or 4 in his first year. I mean, that's a damn improvement. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because Rick Ross can pull up. Snoop Dogg is actually closer now.
Snoop has business in Colorado. You know what I mean?
Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
Hey man, Snoop will definitely be there. You ain't gonna
Snoop
worry
has
about
business in Colorado. For those of you that's on here, I'm sure you are in the know, so you know.
And
Snoop has business in
nice
Colorado.
dispensaries in Colorado.
Yes, Snoop has business in Colorado, so he's definitely
okay. Y'all going off too far off the subject, man.
And Brittany might go up. Hey, Brittany, I was down for a good time.
Didn't I just say you get off the subject? I just said you get off the subject, and you went a little bit further off of the subject. What are we, in the words of Kevin Hart, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are
we doing? What is going on? What is going on? Oh my goodness. Man, look, we want to continue. We want to continue these conversations because these conversations are important to us, and we need more of that happening.
Hey, everybody that's following us right now, can y'all please hit that like button and please subscribe to us?
Like and subscribe.
Please. And I want yes, go ahead to, and then for like somebody give some of that stuff is on the DSLpodcast.com. We have our shot glasses coming back soon. If you need to see our shot glasses, man. There, I got a picture of them, and they sold out real quick. If I can stop being slow and find the picture.
But yeah, we also got some merch.
There you go. Hold on. DSLpodcast.com. Really nice black on the inside. Got our logo on both sides of it, man. Yeah, they sold out the first time. They'll be back in soon. So when you get a chance, go in there and check them out, man. So appreciate y'all for everything. So everybody's still going. These people know.
Hey, that's a great question. That's a great question.
It was this down south football, though. Hey man, hey Mike. We are down south football because we are in the South, but we do cover everything nationally. Everything. Matter of fact, we'll have our Ohio State beat writer on when the playoffs start, and probably someone for TCU also. We're gonna have them on, plus plenty of guests, and plus if y'all want to know more about recruiting and everything, we're gonna have our boy national recruiting analyst, national recruiting coordinator for Sports Illustrated, John Garcia. He's gonna be on here soon. So anything y'all want to know about, anything y'all want to talk about, please let us know, man. That's for real. So anything y'all want to talk about. Tomato Frog Gang said he from Michigan. So okay, so you got Michigan? You got Michigan winning? Should I even have to ask?
Anyone heard? As far as staff, I think Zimmer is thinking about going. We saw Brewster last night in mugshots.
Yeah, that was Brewster, wasn't it?
Like right now, some of the reports are that Alabama DB coach, will be his defensive coordinator. That'll be T-Rob, Tavares Robinson.
I think we talked about this earlier about what's going to happen with Shiloh. Yeah.
He can transfer again. He can. He has to graduate, and you can move up. He can move from FBS to FCS and back up to FBS. It's barely any brothers. They're coming. The brothers are coming. Like winter is coming. The brothers are coming.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now.
And maybe we look. How far is Boulder from Denver? How far is Boulder from Denver?
I think they're in the same county. Actually,
I'm about to say I'm not sure. I've never been out that way.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's this man. Look, this conversation goes on so many on so many deeper levels. There's so many ways that we can talk about it because so many people feel strongly from different angles of it. That's why it was more. That's why a lot of it was very emotional for some people. Some people looked at it strictly football. Some people looked at it strictly business, or as I keep saying, how the sausage is made. Like it just depends on really how you look at it. But we gotta have more of these conversations if we really want to do more in everything, whether it's Power 5, HBCU, whatever form of football. This is an issue. What's up, Brent? What are you laughing at?
I appreciate that, but that was
she said just ski down the mountain and you'll be there.
Say what now?
She said just ski down the mountain and you'll be there.
That's what I thought. I thought those in the same county. Golden Boot. I don't know who it is on the Golden Boot tonight. I'm pretty sure he's going to graduate because he did come out in the class of 2020. So
who are you talking about, sir?
Golden Boot said something about that's for him to graduate and sit out. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think he should be able to graduate.
Shout out to our boys, Golden Boot, man. They are very similar show like us, unfortunately, but they cover a lot of LSU. They are a really an LSU show, but they also cover HBCUs very strong, not just Grambling and Southern, but the whole genre. So make sure y'all follow them also. Those our boys right there, man.
Y'all wild in these comments. Y'all wild in these comments.
Y'all keep talking about people wild in the comments. The comments are going so fast, can't nobody even put them up there.
I know, like I'm just talking about the guy. I'm talking about the money. $2 super chat. He said that they look soft. Yes, they did.
Yeah, they do. And one of the players asked him, are any assistant coaches staying? He said, probably not. I'm like, damn. Okay.
And when he said he gonna take them hats off, and then dude took that hat off so fast.
Hey, and then he said, what did he say? He said that one of the players asked him, what if you're injured? What if you're injured, player? Deion said, man, well, hell, if you on this list, I got basically you. If you ain't worth a damn on this list, I got the
Deion about to pull a Coach Clark on their ass. You know what I'm saying?
And then the dude that was hurt, man, he said He said, "What you gonna do about the people that hurt?" Well,
Dude had the little scooter in front of him. Did you see the scooter? He had the scooter in front of him.
he got a torn ACL and he don't care.
ACL, man. Got to get in the portal.
Get in the portal, man.
Gotta get in the portal.
Man, y'all know Prime got that on there. I'm trying. Somebody just said something, asked or something. I can't remember. I'm trying to
Auburn
go
Miller,
back up and
is he a
see.
senior or a junior? I think
Auburn gotta be a senior, right?
Who?
Junior.
Who? Auburn? Auburn Miller. Auburn Miller got to be a senior.
He gotta be a
Okay.
senior. He came from Missouri.
Yep, that's
Yeah, I mean,
That's in your here.
let's see here. And actually, like Colorado, most of the blacks in the state live in Denver or Aurora. The Boulder is pretty granola, but that football team about to have a face. Just watch it.
Did y'all? Hold up, for y'all in the comments and y'all on the show, did y'all see their face when he walked in to
Oh,
Tupac?
bro.
And then the
Oh,
dude,
right.
then one, I guess it was the AD or whatever. He said, "I didn't know you were coming in like that."
He said, and Prime said, when they walked in, he said, "Yeah, that's how we come in." And then the AD said, "Oh yeah, I guess that's how we come in."
This is
how it
That's
is.
how we came in, but I guess that's how we come in.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's different. It's gonna be different for them. They're gonna have to clap on the 2 and the 4.
He said 75% of the
They're
room.
gonna have to learn how to clap on the 2 and the 4 instead of the 1 and the 3.
Hey man, that
Bro, you can't
what?
You can't come in to bro. I don't even listen to Tupac.
Yo, I just want y'all to check out the kid.
Tim, you
Check
can't
out
come
the
in
kid
with
in
all
the
eyes
front row
on
with
me.
the red hat on. He was shook.
You're right, Richard. Hey, we definitely need more likes. If y'all could just, I mean, if y'all watching, you comment, please just hit the like button, man. If you ain't gonna do nothing else.
Man, look, he told him. He said, right now we had a doggone meeting. That's the reason why you're here, Deion. Prime, this is the reason why you're here, man. He said we having a doggone meeting.
It was also
right now.
It was also funny how he was talking about, a lot of stuff he talked about Jackson State, no phone, no earring, take your hat off, and you should have seen some of the look on their face. They were like,
What?
What we talking about? Hold on, what was it?
Definitely. What he said, Travis Hunt should go to UGA, but not South Carolina. How to waste the year. Let's see. I'm gonna address that real quick.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. When the end game is the same, does it matter where you start?
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? When you look up in another year, in 2024, you look up and turn your Sunday ticket on, if it's still a Sunday ticket, and you see Travis Hunter out here.
It won't be Sunday ticket.
Ain't nobody gonna think about where he started his freshman year.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. See, a player like Travis gonna play on, and that's the thing, man. If folks get so caught up in where you play, bro. If you're playing on Sundays, I don't give a doggone where you play. That's good.
Look, and last I checked, didn't Travis, forget the one rumor that was out there. It was confirmed he got an NIL deal. So
he had 2 NIL deals.
He had multiple NIL deals. So he good. Trust me. And guess what?
Still got on front of Sports Illustrated.
And wherever he go next year, he gonna get some more NIL money.
And I'm gonna be honest, if he stayed at Jackson another year, I don't know where else he could have went and been a bigger star. The boy is, when you see him, he is a celebrity for real.
Exactly. Oh yeah, Reggie, that was so funny when that guy asked about what are all season workouts going to be like. He said, basically we're going to, we'll get back with you. We're gonna make them boys quit, man. He said, I need some dogs. He said,
Hey Cyrus. There was some that now there was a lot of embracing. And there was a lot of people who did embrace him, but there was some people, and I'm not even talking about who is swag is there, but there was a lot of people who that didn't embrace. But hey, as Prime will say, hey baby, that's just they hate. That's just they hate. Hey, every successful person in the world who don't get hated on at one point or another, like, you got to be confident who you are. Ben, if you don't stop laughing at comments,
man, Stanmouth got to be stopped, man. He better make sure he's subscribed.
Stanmouth,
you better be subscribed, brother. You better be subscribed, man. Stanmouth said
Prime said in the news conference. Prime said that's the reason why I don't wear cologne, baby. Cause I smell like confidence.
I'm like, Prime, you should have picked up some juke or something, man. Something you could have picked up.
Some juke?
Well, not juke.
Some juke. You got some juke, Prime.
You could have said curve, bro.
Curve.
You could have said curve or something, bro.
What are we doing?
Man, it's gonna be interesting. Like I told somebody yesterday, like they were talking about some team. They like, man, they ain't winning before 5 games. It was a team in the Power 5, and I was like, yeah, but they about to be very active in the transfer portal, and I know a couple people that's already committed to them is supposed to be coming. Like this, how quickly like stuff can change. You know, starting tomorrow and moving on. So it don't take long now. You get the right people in the right spot. You moving on. But Coach Brian, overall, appreciate you for what you done. Appreciate you how you treated us every week. Yeah. On the sweat call and even in person and all of the kind of stuff like that, man. We appreciate y'all for that.
I just really wish you would have showed up at the news conference so I can get my shoes signed.
You can get your what now?
My shoes, my
Like,
why you always think that people gonna do stuff for you, bro?
Because they use
I only had one regret from Saturday. I meant to buy me a Southern and a Jackson State T-shirt, and
I meant to buy that Prime shirt too.
I think
it's on the Under Armour shop. So I think I'll probably try to cop one.
I have one regret. Man.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a lot for us to talk about because number one, we're going to be back maybe tomorrow. We didn't really get a recap what everything else that happened this weekend. Of course, you know, we was on again this morning with TCU, which we kind of figured 1, 2, 3, and 4 wasn't going to change, especially after TCU fought back and took it into overtime. Shout out to Max Duggan. Should be on the Heisman list. Definitely, 100%. Should definitely get an invite. So
it's gonna be like 4 people to get invites, or just 3, or it just depends.
It depends on how the vote is. It depends on how the vote is calculated. So if it's enough vote where it's like a even distribution from what I can remember, but then yeah.
Yes, Reggie. Reggie. Colorado is a Nike school. You know.
Here we go.
Yeah, Colorado is a Nike.
Well, I mean, since somebody brought it up,
then he didn't take us. Get us on out of here.
We may just have to cue it up.
Say what now?
I said we may have to cue it up one more time.
One more time for the road.
One more time for the road.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we might just have to just go on and get it in there. Let's see what we got.
First time y'all watching y'all podcast, enjoyed it. Well, we appreciate that, Kevin Marshall. Appreciate that.
Anything y'all want to talk about, we don't care as long as it's college football related. Like I said, we have recruiting. We have national writers for that. We have our own opinions on that. Then we have, of course, our HBCU content. We have our Power 5 content. The content going to continue to roll, man. We just need for y'all to like, subscribe, and keep supporting the channel, man. Keep doing everything. www.dslpodcast.com. But, hey, man, look, we like to have fun because we love college football. So, let's just go here. Let me guess. It was Stank Mouth.
You already know it was Stank Mouth, man.
You already know.
I already knew who it was when y'all said Stank Mouth is that person I want to meet in person, like just to sit down and have a good conversation with him. But as y'all see, man, y'all see the cash out. Appreciate all the super chat. Right. Y'all can subscribe to us, man. We got it up here. Y'all see where we are on Twitter. But anything y'all want to see, man, we here for the people, man. So anything y'all want, y'all continue to let us know. Crystal said he was swag. He was swag for 3 years. I don't know. And y'all can go back and see it. We posted the Eddie Robinson Who Is Swag video. Appreciate all the views that y'all gave on that one. And the comment section was on fire.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like they was on fire about this whole thing. This is wild, man.
Yeah.
Somebody asked about what y'all Heisman top 3.
Heisman top 3. Caleb.
No.
Caleb, Max, and Stetson. Give Stetson some love.
My top 3 is
Caleb.
Caleb, Max Duggan, and give Stetson some goddamn love.
Hold on. Let me explain this to you. A lot of y'all that are new. David has an issue with Stetson Bennett the fourth. So he has this thing that every time we say something about Stetson, he gonna go off camera. Because he don't want to give Stetson any credit.
When you talk about Stetson Bennett, my stomach.
But I mean,
I can't explain it. I don't.
This
know.
shit,
Showed up in big games.
I mean, Caleb is the one I think like consistently.
They go Reggie.
I thought Quavius the fourth
gonna be in New York.
But like I said, I think it'll be Caleb
plus one.
It'll be Caleb Duggan and what about Stroud though, man? People keep forgetting about Stroud.
Hey, man.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Stroud no more, man.
Hey man,
Kind of.
Stetson is assistant QB.
Andrew.
Hey, hold on. Is the Heisman about system QB or is it how you perform?
In the big games, let's not forget. In the big games, he has shown up against them. They do not beat Tennessee.
He's also disappeared in not so big games, though.
It's true, but I'm saying for the guy to be who he is and for what he did at the moment he did it, you got to give him some props, though. That's all I'm saying. I don't expect Dave to turn the corner.
Right.
But see what Dave ain't telling y'all that it's a whole different issue.
It's a whole different issue.
It's a whole different Georgia quarterback issue that he has, and we're not gonna go there right now.
Stetson just the beneficiary of this hate, unfortunately.
Tim Tebow was a system quarterback. That is true.
First of all, y'all gonna put some respect on Tebow's name. We're never gonna see a player play as hard as Tebow.
Not the speech.
Please do not recite that speech. That man
slander trash,
and he was still 0-2 versus all.
Hold on. Y'all didn't hear that. Ben went from a good conversation to his hate just couldn't. Ben hate just gonna have to come out at some point. It's like something internal just eating him up. Y'all didn't hear when he was talking about that Florida comment, did you?
No, I probably
for the new people on the show, Ben is a diehard Florida State fan.
He's okay. Diehard. What's
I don't even know. Pathetic? Crazy?
Neither. Hey, we 9-3, baby. I calmed down this year.
Oh, God.
I drank less this year. I didn't drink as much.
Let's Aaron to get a super chat for the mute.
I didn't drink as much this season. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? We was winning. You know what I'm saying?
But listen,
hold on. Fabian said HBCU basketball is easy to change. It takes 15 good men and women with a good coach to change things. That's true.
Hey, Fabian. Truth be told, it really probably only takes 2 or 3.
Yeah,
2 or 3 big time guys. Look at Jackson State latest team. Look at it.
USC or UCLA for Dave. I mean for DJ. Go ahead, Dave.
I was just saying, look at Jackson State's latest team. They've been making some noise. You know, they got a couple transfers, Power 5 transfers in there. So it is easier to make an impact. The revenue, of course, is not the same as football, but I will agree with that. Yes.
Right. Yes.
Them balls, they've been killing it, like for real, man. But everything y'all do, man, y'all, we jumped some subjects tonight, but I think we talked about and discussed enough with the situation with Prime, and thank him for what he did. And hey, like I said, we gonna be there. We gonna cover. We cover everything. So what's your point? we cover everything. If that pigskin is involved, we there. That's just how it is. What you say? He said Tebow had gangsters around him.
That is true.
He had some real killers.
Tebow had gangsters and killers around him. Literally.
Oh man.
Our boy with the golden boot said JSU men beat SMU 69-68 last night. That's what's up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's real. Crystal, one of our new favorite followers. She's had some great comments tonight, man. Great. Yeah. She said nothing is bigger than football.
You're replying when I made that case of making an impact in basketball, but the revenue piece is going to be that football.
Yeah. Oh, see, you wrong. Not this one. I'm talking about
You saw it. Look here. Let me talk about my feng shui, okay?
Hold on. What did it say? Double Dose needs to finish that basement that he had brought.
It works for me, people. It works for me. It works for me, people.
Hey, who is that? That's it.
Eminem.
Look at Eminem. It works for me.
I love y'all. I know. I'm so done. I'm so done.
I got my daughter's heart back there. It works for me, people. You know what I'm saying? It works for me.
I didn't get off camera.
Yo, we can go.
Okay, Chris, but
everybody, I need everybody right now. Everybody right now, please donate $5.
Oh man, y'all wow. Y'all wow.
Basement, right? $5 from Super Chat.
I promise you, we preach for real though. Make sure y'all not just subscribe, but make sure y'all can follow us on all social because we will post as soon as the shot glasses come back in. The shot glasses went in like an hour or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so done.
Next time.
No. I'm finna go.
I'm not going to the barbershop selecting the smoke black number 86 Bajan bourbon. God damn it.
This man said your beard matches your gut work. Get the hell out of here.
Oh boy, after all this seriousness today, we need to laugh.
I'm trying to see when Double Dope's gonna finish the basement.
hey man, what we gonna do? I got a nice background for him. So we gonna finish that for him, man.
Hey, our boy the Golden Boot, man, follow them for real. The mother said Deion promised Ben he would finish his basement, then he left.
Man. And he dipped. That's right, Prime. God. You ain't swag, Prime. God damn it.
Oh man, yeah. I hate y'all, man.
Oh y'all wow.
Brian Walker is a big Colorado fan. That's what's up, my boy.
Oh,
the mother said I had to subscribe to see when. I got to get off camera.
No. Y'all, please, if y'all want Ben to finish his basement, you got to donate to the Super Chat. Help us out here. Oh man.
No, first it wasn't. See, y'all. Look, I know it's a lot of y'all knew, but see, at first y'all missed the
smoke detector.
The smoke detector, because we had some people that were just donating. They were like, "Ben, please get something from the smoke detector."
They had folks sending us batteries, like 9-volt batteries and everything, trying to get Ben to change his smoke detector out.
Bro, y'all, wow! I love it, man. I love it because Ben he could easily go to a virtual background. He's still just sitting like, man, this is who I am.
Hey man, we gonna
see that FSU pride back there, baby. And don't maybe bring Pee Wee into it. We're gonna leave Pee Wee alone.
Hey.
You should be embarrassed enough without bringing in the rodent.
Okay.
Hey man, Pee Wee is a household pet.
Oh my lord, Ryan.
Yeah, hey man, I think it's time to end the show, boy. They're going hard on Ben. They're going hard on Ben. They're going hard on Ben.
They're going hard on Ben. California takes them. Oh, Colorado doesn't.
Thank you, Mark Miller, $5 for Ben to get his basement.
He didn't put a comment. He just left the comment blank. But I think it was just like we gonna all look. Okay, hold on. Let me turn to the deacon for a second. We are here today. We ask for y'all please to help Benjamin Dennis, please. Y'all know how long we've had the building fund. Now we breaking off from the building fund. We got the Ben Fund. BEN. So please donate. Please. I need all y'all to donate to the Ben cover up or get a virtual background fund.
Oh wow. Listen. And I was drinking light tonight. Y'all about to make me pour another damn cup. Let me get out of here, man.
I don't really know what's going on right now, but we had a transition, have a little bit more fun. But anyway, though, we're gonna go. It's late. It's late. We had a lot to go on. Might be back tomorrow. I didn't say I never said. Hey, Crystal, I never said I was his friend. I'm his associate.
You're right, Crystal. You're right. So when I was having the smoke detector problem, I had no help. I had to figure it out on my own.
What help do you need with a smoke detector? That's like asking. Hold on, Ben. That's like asking something.
Down here.
Hold on. That's like asking me, can you help me crank my car? Like I can't help you with this.
It was wired.
But the comment that said
hold on. Somebody just said, oh, Vandy Chris said, Coach Prime say Ben just hit the portal because you.
What are we doing? Listen, I think I'm gonna go buy me a can of paint or something. Y'all not gonna be talking about me like that. I'm gonna make sure I'm
bro, I'm gonna change my whole background in this room, bro.
Man, look, Cam Marshall said I gave $2. That should buy some nails.
Y'all need to broadcast from the basement. New theme show. He making the rains go up. we never been in that basement.
Hey, put Vontae comment up there. What's up, Vontae, man? We 9-3, baby. You know what I'm saying? Going to the Cheez-It Bowl.
I don't even see. I don't.
Homer, you know what I'm talking about? We gonna get up to them double digits, Vontae, man. Go. No. You see it, Vontae. You already know what time it is, baby.
Oh, man.
See, Vontae, you already starting out on the wrong foot. Not because it's Florida State, but because anything hypes Ben up. Ben's like a little child. Like, just give him a little piece of candy. Like somebody gave him a Skittle.
It didn't hype him up last night when he got sleeping driving back. I had to get up from 12. he had it like
32 minutes. The last 32 minutes.
Andrew, our boy. I get $8. Get some plaster.
Do we have any drywall bets?
The last 32 minutes, Dave.
Hold on. Back in the Deacon form here. We really appreciate all the donations that you go to Ben's fund. Like, all I can say is that it will all be used, and hopefully next time he will have a different background or a better camera or a different camera from a different angle. Maybe turn the desk to the other side so you can't see the top of it or something.
Hey, remember a statement said, "Tell Ben to lower the camera and just sit on his hand."
I'm done. And MM said. And a 64-year-old dude from Utah started all this basement talking.
That's what's up, ML.
Okay, what's up, Jared? Jared said, could FSU put pool travel possibly? They got water, snow, butter.
And we have lost the show.
Hey.
Somebody said them at the basement entering the homeowners portal.
Ben, if I was you,
Ben, I wouldn't take that line back. I wouldn't take that line down, though.
What was FBF Clip's question? He said, "Can we answer this question?"
Hey, Kev Marshall had a good L. Since you love FSU, make it your backdrop, bro.
That's possible. That's in the works. You know what I'm saying? That's in the works. We may have something going. We may have something going by the time the bowl game
get on Etsy, right, and just order from Amazon or something. Y'all know this, right? Y'all just started. Y'all just started something, bro. Like, this y'all fault. This all y'all fault, man.
He's in the homeowners portal.
I mean, but that. Look, after our serious conversation, like, we need this. We need a laugh. We need to lighten up. We need to support each other, man. Continue to support our channel, our boys, the Golden Boot. Shout out to everybody that's been with us, man. Anything y'all want to see from us, man, y'all know how to hit us up on social, man, for real. But it was a great conversation tonight, man. Great conversation. We gotta keep it going, man. What it say? He needs.
I'm not cold. I got shorts on, okay? I'm not cold.
Where am I? Hey, where I do Fred at? What's her name?
Man.
Crystal. Is it Crystal?
Crystal, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, they're saying Deion though. Black people, not only Jackson State. Okay. He said they saying Deion left black people, not only Jackson State. I'm white, so I ain't saying shit. But that made me confused. Can y'all explain that shit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the comments explain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the people in the comments explain first.
Yeah, I totally. You finna crank it right back up or not? Here we go. Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's a whole cultural conversation that started about an hour.
I'll make it real quick.
Yeah, make it quick, Dave. Make it quick.
Make it real quick. Clips. Basically, man. Basically, what happened? Deion came in. And first of all, he's a great speaker, great motivational speaker. He came in making some promises and
I
things.
wake up motivated.
Making promises to HBCUs. And if you don't know, I mean, that's a big cultural thing. Is our schools, historically black colleges and universities. Saying that he was going to try to even the playing field to where he's going to be able to get, our black players that are big time players for Power Five, trying to get them to come into HBCUs. He got a couple of guys, but then he ended up dipping out on us. And one thing about us, man, once you start giving us motivational speaking, quoting Bible verses and all that stuff, tugging at our heart, we're already disenfranchised people. You're in the state of Jackson, you're in the state of Mississippi, in Jackson. It's just a recipe for disaster. So that's what it is, man. It's just, we feel we're hurt right now. We will heal from this, but that's basically it. So
some people wouldn't with it to begin with. So
do y'all real quick? Does anybody have like any idea?
The James way, don't do that. I'm sorry, Tuck. Go ahead.
Does anybody know anything about the coaches that might replace besides the one that Deion recommended? Do you think they will go somewhere else?
I keep hearing Ed Reed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because it's a popularity name or this is a real deal thing. You know what I'm saying?
To see Ed Reed leave Miami, that would be very interesting considering that
I heard Ed Reed, the guy that's there now, the wide receivers coach. I heard him. It's a high school coach is very popular too in Georgia. I think he's out of Cartersville. I can't remember. I think it might be Cartersville or Logansville. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking at him also. So that's the three that I could name off the top. It's probably going to be a replacement.
Well, we gonna go. And I did hear like Evan said, I did hear Ray Lewis. You're gonna hear those names. What Ashley does, the JSU athletic director, as far as moving forward. Just never know what we're going to be at, what we're going to do. But appreciate the conversation, and this conversation can continue. Also, of course, what we're warming up to. Warming up to bowl season. We'll have another bowl challenge. All that kind of good stuff like that, man. Y'all know college football here don't ever stop here. Down South football, that's what we all about. But tomorrow, transfer portal opening, ready to go. You heard it from Renard first. I'm just telling you right now, don't be shocked by any names that you hear. And I do mean any name over the next couple of days. So, or where they might be going. So a lot of teams gonna be transferred, gonna have some great people coming in tomorrow. Fellas, y'all good? Y'all got anything else for right now?
We good, man. Bro. Thank you. Thank everybody for coming for the conversation, man. It was great. Appreciate y'all.
Back to TV1 HBCUs. Go shaking my man. Y'all wild, man. Y'all wild. But we gotta get out here for the night, man. Appreciate everybody, man. If you didn't like this, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because you never know who we're gonna have on here, man. Because we're definitely gonna have some more great guests on here coming. So appreciate y'all, man. If anything y'all need from us,
Twitter and Instagram too.
Yes, hit us on all social, bro. We up out this thing. For everybody gave a super chat, everybody that followed tonight, make sure y'all let us know what you want or what you need. But we up out of here, man, for Down South Football Podcast, man. It's your boy Renard Williams. Got Chauncey Tuck, Ben Dennis, and our boy David Gardner. Y'all see the cash up at the bottom. Y'all see the social media at the top, man. Anything else, man, we up out of here. Peace.
We gonna finish that basement.